It is time for FC 25, boy. That's right, your boy Yorkie will be taking over Tottenham Hotspur for the final time. This will be the first save that we start with on FC 25 and in any FC game in the future. And there is so much changed on this year's game that there is a lot to get through. So let's just get into it, boys. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Smash subscribe, strap in, let's get into this one. Now, the best place for us to start logically is the settings, and these are the settings that we've chosen. Boys, there are so many different settings this time round, and I am loving it. So half length, 5 minutes legendary. This is kind of the usual that you'd expect. These are where it gets a little bit different. 4 minutes for the youth tournament matches, current overalls for the youth players. You can use their full potential, but I don't get why you would ever want to use the full potential. So we're going to use current overall. The simulation gameplay is sim. We're not going custom. We're not going classic. We're going to go sim and see how the simulation version is of these sliders that the game has, I guess they're supposed to have optimized for this. We'll see how good they are, how well they work. I've just got medium for wind effect. I really wanted to go high. We'll see how much of an effect medium has, but there's wind effects in the game. The fact that we could choose simulation for the first time is pretty good. So I don't know. We will maybe mess with the sliders eventually. For the training, you can't change some of these stuff you'll see once you've gone into it, but I just want to show you the settings straight off the rip. I've got normal development rates for players, training, the player training drills before the matches. I've got rid of them. I didn't like them. I've scrapped them. We've got manual and automated for the training plans. I don't know. I've never seen the automated before, so we're going to do it. Recovery rate is light, so there'll be less of an impact with the diamonds and the fitness and stuff, because that really annoyed me last year. The transfer window for the first time will be active. I wanted to use the live start. It doesn't appear that that is in the game just yet. That's going to be patched into the game. So we are going to have the transfer window for the first time open, and we're going to go with it straight away. I've gone realistic with transfer negotiations, but I've stayed loose. I didn't like that you can't negotiate with different clubs on the transfer approaches, but I want the negotiations to be difficult. So hopefully this will do well. And scouting is on. I like the scout system, but I don't like how slow it is, so it's going to be fast. This is another option. Honestly, boys, you've got so many options when you get this game. If you are getting the game today, I'm playing this at midnight. I am energy drinked up, so I might speak very quick, but I'm playing this at midnight. If you are doing the same, let me know what save you're doing. Just when you're playing it, what save you're planning to do. The general settings, there is no more sacking. We cannot be sacked. Oh, my God, this is the greatest thing that has ever happened. And that's it, basically. Sacking, no international, don't see the point. There is going to be a lot to get through in this episode because there is a lot of new stuff. This looks extremely different. Like, look at the difference. There it is, your boy Yorkie, the Athletic, are talking about it. Can we look at the comments on that? We can look at the comments. Something to talk about. Whoa, Tara, man, what's going on here? What's with the laughing faces? Take that, what goes around comes around. Not really sure why that's been said, but your boy Yorkie is in charge of Tottenham. Now, we've got training plans, tactical, but there's so many tasks for us to get through here on opening day. But I just kind of, do I instantly want to meet the squad now? We're going to do the task list. And the first task is the training plans. Now, these were in there last year, but do you know what's really cool about this? So I can go, I'm going to set these up. I can say when they get to 50%, right, of the diamond, so yellow 50% right straight across the bat, it will put them on performance focused. And I can say when they get to, I don't know, let's say 50% in terms of their fitness levels, they will instantly be put on a plan that is all out energy. That's what I'm going to try it. We're going to set that up. We're going to try it. I could do them individually, and if this system doesn't work, that is exactly what I will do. But I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to give it a go with a 50%. Now, tactics are way more important on this year's game. I'm going to do the coaches because as far as I can see, the coach system's not changed at all. I'm going to do that just in the background. But the tactics, I think, actually matter this year. Now, I am going to go with Gegenpress for now. I'm just going to plug Gegenpress in there, but that's the tactical preset. When we actually go into, I think, the actual tactics in team management, it's going to be way different. You're going to have this come up, the My Tactics thing, and this is where we will really dive deep with the tactic. I'm going to build that later. Let's meet the squad. I still can't get over how different everything looks. So this is the base Tottenham squad, and we're going to have to make some decisions of players that we want to keep around at the club and players that we potentially want to move on and kind of freshen up. I don't want to make too many transfers in this first window, but I'm going to give you guys plenty of time to get in your suggestions. By plenty of time, I'm going to give you a day. But this will go up on Friday. I'll record the next episode later on Friday. Archie Gray is here, boys. That he doesn't have a face, which is disappointing, but he's here. And he has a face that is better than what he had last year. So some of the faces you're going to see, like Mikey Moore, I don't know what this kid looks like in real life, but that face isn't great. It's not great, but some of them do look a hell of a lot better than they have done in the past. Odegaard, a new boy there, Bentancur, Bergvall. This guy is a wonder kid. So we have two midfielders, in my opinion, that are wonder kids, Archie Gray and Bergvall. So, you know, that's going to be a position that's set for us for a while. I think we probably need another cam. That's going to be something that you guys are going to have to look into. And then I think I'm going to play Son on the left. I don't see me playing him up top. Of course, the new signing, the biggest signing for Tottenham in this summer window was Dominic Solanke. Hopefully, I can get the best out of him, and we're not going to need to rely on Richarlison, who I have had to rely on quite a lot in the past. Velez is out, Scarlett is out on loan as well, so we've got those two players to come back for the second season. But right now, the biggest thing that I'm noticing is we definitely need another cam, and I don't know if I would mind another central midfielder or not. We are a little bit light, to be honest with you. Basuma, Sarr, Gray. We have Bentancur, who's injury prone, and Bergvall. So Cam is definitely the position we need to look at right now, and I'm not too keen. I do like Deshed Spence, so him being there at right back, I am absolutely fine with that, but I don't feel that confident at left back because Reguilon, well, he's not been in favour for a while, has he? So maybe we need another left back. So instantly start thinking about suggestions, boys, to leave in the comments down below. Also, have to add this, press conferences are coming. In the next episode, we will do our first press conference. I'm thinking we're just going to go hashtag Ask Yorkie. So you put hashtag Ask Yorkie in your comment, and I will answer that, depending how many comments there is, but I will answer that in the next episode in a press conference style. I want to bring that in this year. That's something I wanted to do for a while. So, yeah, get your questions in. Now, another thing that's massively changed this year is development plans. They're just very different. Like, we can look here. We'll go on Destiny Doji, and we could go false back, attacking wing back, full back, and wing back. So there's a lot more options for us to do this year, and I instantly can see that Destiny can play false back with a plus, and he can play wing back with a plus, but the other positions he is not as familiar with, and it's going to take a little bit longer. So it is interesting to see now that player roles is basically the way they're going forward. Now, just because you turn sacking off, objectives are still in the game this year. But I feel like for the purpose of this series, we should just make our own objectives. Like, I don't know, we should finish top 4, or a certain player has to get a certain amount of stats, or we have to sell him. Blah, blah, blah. X, Y, and Z. I am open to all ideas when it comes to this career mode, with it being the first one of the year and the changes that have happened in the game. So let me know what you think down below, what some of our objectives should be for this season at Tottenham Hotspur. Now, another thing that's greatly changed this year, actually, is the youth academy. It's going to be very different. Now, what do we have to kick off this year with the youth academy? We got 160 overall, but he isn't very good. In terms of our potential, I'm seeing, what, 4 players here? 67 to 91, 71 to 94, 76 to 90. The two 17-year-olds, though, being so low overall is a little bit worrying. But how cool is this? The way that the AI works in this game is that these guys look young now, and they're going to progress. They're going to age as time goes on. I think that is unbelievably cool. But yeah, the youth squad, there's not that much in there. Let me know where you think we should send scouts, because we do have one available to start with who is 5-star, 5-star. And when I'm saying you can scout anywhere this year, you can scout pretty much anywhere. Guatemala is an option. Haiti, Dominican Republic, like they have near enough. Nicaragua is in there as well. And that was a mouthful at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is insane, the amount of places you can scout. Now, obviously, I'd like one scout in England, but I want to use the youth academy a little bit. I'm going to get one more scout here. So we'll do one in England and then one wherever the hell you want us to send them. First thing we have to do in this save with the youth academy is this youth tournament, and we're going to be taking on Brentford. I'm going to play that one. Now, I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to play on camera, but we are going to play this one on camera at least. This is officially then my first game of FC 25. I've got it at 4 minutes, I think, the halves. But yeah, if you don't want to see these, that's absolutely fine. Or you only want to see the final, because it is like a little youth cup system where you can see, well, you can make it to a final. But I kind of want to get to use the youth players from time to time. And these games aren't long. So getting through 1 or 2 of these games an episode wouldn't be ridiculously hard. Now, this will use the simulation settings as well. So I'm super excited to see how the simulation settings are here. Look at how short this guy is. Look at how short this guy is compared to their defender. He is like 6'2", and this Moya lad is absolutely tiny. I say this instantly. The gameplay feels very smooth. I'm looking forward to getting into an actual match. Oh, good turn. Good shot from Brentford. Oh, they're going to take the lead. I'm running out of time here to find the back of the net. Can I slide it in? I can. It's a good ball in. It's a good block. Oh, no. I've put too many bodies forward. Open lane for them. What a save. There's literally seconds left in this one. We have not done enough. And Brentford did find the back of the net. I think we barely had a shot. I'm going to have to learn this game mode, but we're going to lose our first game of Rush. Wow, we actually got a player that was man of the match, though. Toby Reynolds. I felt bad for Gabriel Moya. He looks like a child. We maybe should have put out a better squad. I didn't change the lineup at all. Maybe I should have done that. Also, if you do well in this, I believe it improves your players' development. Your youth players will improve quicker if you do well in those games. So, although we've now been eliminated by the tournament and I have to wait 62 days for it to restart, actually playing those games is important because you're going to get a boost to your players. But for the first time, all our tasks are done so we can start advancing. I don't want to do any transfer business until I hear from you guys. Maybe a couple of players leaving the club, but I don't plan on bringing someone in until I hear from you. Greetings, boss. On behalf of the whole team, apparently these talks are a little bit better, and we actually have to play with the morale this year. So I'm actually going to be honest here with Son. I'm going to say we've got plenty of work to do, and you'll see his bar went up. There's a sweet spot this year for morale. When you're in that sweet spot, the player is the happiest they can be. They're going to see the best development. If you go over there, your players are going to get lackadaisical. They're going to get tired. They're going to get complacent. So you actually have to be a little bit more careful. Now, we're finally getting transfer offers coming in. The first one's going to be for Pedro Porro. I'm just going to reject that. I did see that Gittins was the swap player as well. He's someone I wouldn't mind down the line, but not here on episode number 1. So the crazy transfer bids continue. It's another swap deal as well for Bayern Munich, this time with Upamecano in the deal for Vicario. That's going to be a firm reject. I'm going to reject any of the silly bids like that. I'm not even going to bother showing you them. Now, obviously, one of the biggest hypes towards the start of the game was that Fabrizio Romano is in the game, and here we go. I mean, he hasn't said here we go, which is a little bit frustrating, but we have a transfer update, and this isn't the first one. We're getting a lot of these come through, and I'm loving it because it's making it like a lot easier to know what's going on in the rest of the world of this little FIFA universe that we're in, and I love that. But Southampton have stolen one of my favourite strikers. It's Wonder Kid Bunny, 7 million from Parma. Will he be good enough to help Southampton stay up? Now, quite easily, one of the biggest deals that we will do in this window is going to be Heung-Min Son. His contract expires at the end of this year. I'm pretty sure I know what the answer is, but I imagine it's re-sign him. I'm going to wait for your guys' feedback, but what do you think? Do we give Son another year or 2? I would happily give him 2. Hopefully, he's not going to drop down in overall too much at the age of 32 right now. Or do we look to move on from him at the end of this season. We should also note, though, we're going to have a decent budget when it comes to transfers. We got 104 million left of the current budget. We're going to be able to do some really good business with that. Wow, near enough every offer that I am getting for players are swap deals. Like, I've not had any straight up transfers yet. Wow, Arsenal are not messing about this season in their search to try and win the Premier League. They've signed Eder Militao from Real Madrid for 79 million. That is insane. And our first straight transfer is going to be for Heung-Min Son. Absolutely not. 55 million though for a player whose contract's expiring. That's pretty good. Now the preseason tournament is still in the game. I'm going to accept it, but we're not going to play it. We're just going to sim through all of it. The transfer bids keep coming in for our players, and this one for Richarlison intrigues me a little bit because I am on the fence on whether we keep him or sell him this year and replace him with a different striker. So let me know what your thoughts are. Well, we did pretty well in the preseason friendly, actually. We beat Lazio, we beat Union Berlin, and drew to Bologna right at the end. I think they've got European football this season, Champions League football this season. So that is actually a good set of results. We've got 2 weeks now, though, until we play against Leicester. And before that, we need to do the tactic. I think this formation works well for us. I like the information we actually get now down the side. So this is Spurs default. Let's go in and edit this. Our tactical preset is going to be pressing. I want to stick with that. 4-2-3-1 without the ball. Is that actually what I want to be? Yeah, I think I do. And then build-up style is going to be counter, defensive, approach, aggressive. That line height is huge. I'm not sure I want aggressive. I don't want deep, but I would have preferred like high or maybe balanced. If I manually adjust the line, yeah, as soon as I get to below 90, oh my God. Okay, we are going to go with an aggressive line then and see how that works for us. I want to mess about with the player roles though. So poacher actually works perfectly, and that's what we're kind of forced into here with Gegenpress. If I change how the Gegenpress is, I think maybe it means I can change them. I kind of want Son to be an inside forward, which we can change him to do that because he's a plus for inside forward, and I want him to be on attack. I'm loving this already. Kulusevski can be a wide midfielder, balanced focus. Pedro Porro. So I'm going to try and play how they play in real life, and I'm going to have Pedro Porro as a wing back, and then I'm going to have Destiny as a false back. So he's going to drift in more. And then Sa is going to play holding midfielder. I don't think Sa's going to actually play it. I think Basuma is going to play it. Can he play holding? Yeah. So Basuma will play holding on the right-hand side. And then the left-hand side is going to be a deep line playmaker. Two ball-playing defenders makes sense. It's going to be a sweeper keeper for Vicario. Oh, my God, man. You actually have to care about tactics this year. I absolutely love this and adore this. Maddison, obviously, playmaker. There's no reason why I'd play Maddison in any other role. And this, I think, will work well. Because basically what I want is one of my CDMs. So this is how we'll be with the ball. I want Kulusevski to be further forward. How does he not have winger? Does Kulusevski not have winger? Okay, we'll keep wide midfielder for now. I'm not sure that I'm keen on this balance, but we will keep it for now. And holding means he defends, and then Basuma is going to be roaming. Okay, so Sa will drop back, basically. And then when we... That's with the ball, right? So how do I see without the ball? So this is with the ball. I kind of like this. This is how I would want to line up. But I don't know if I want more width here. I don't know. This is how we're going to line up for the minute. This may seem stupid because we have bodies too close together here. These guys are going to have to bomb down a wing. And Destiny coming centrally is fine. But I am thinking that this should be the holding player because of where Destiny comes in. Oh, wow. The fact that he could play that. Okay. And then we do the deep lying playmaker here without the defend duty and the Roman duty. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm going to try and do that. I kind of wanted them to... I want to see without the ball. This is without the ball. That's weird. Okay. So we're going to change this up. Right, so this is what we're going to play. We've gone back. We've changed it back to what we had originally set out. With and without the ball, this is just showing you it based on the player roles. If I change the player... You don't have player roles for one and the other. You just pick the player roles, and then it's going to show you this is what they'll be like without the ball. This is what they'll be like with the ball. So your base formation that is coming across like that's what you will be without the ball. And this then will be what you are with the ball. This is going to take a lot of time and effort to work on tactics this year. I'm thinking about doing tactical videos this year as well. I am super excited just about the tactics in general. But this is how we're going to play to start things off. But the cool thing is we can import more tactics. We can import your tactics. And I love every minute of that. Son, captain. I'm pretty happy with all these assignments. They're absolutely fine for me. Wow, Man City's starting to let players go. We're going to see John Stones go to Atletico Madrid. I have read so much of these. This is one of my favorite things in the game now, is these news stories. Like, look at this. This is Inter, by the way. Look at how sad this is, that this is how Inter are in the game now. Look at that. That's Lautaro Martinez with what looks to be a preseason trophy. We've got James Maddison there, player of the tournament or player of the match. But, wow, Southampton are really putting in the business. We've got Wolves here making deals happen. I love this. I love just flicking through this and seeing what the hell's happening. You get so much more news this year. Match day it is then. It is time to take on Leicester. Now, in real life against Leicester, Tottenham drew in a pretty crazy game. We're hopefully not going to draw. This is the Leicester side coming back up to the Premier League. Obviously, remember Fatawu. We're going to have the old Tottenham player, Harry Winks, in their team. But he's not the only one. They've got Oliver Skip on the bench as well. They've got some threats on the bench with Odsonne Edouard, who I believe is a new transfer. Patson Daka's there as well. Mavidi on the bench. He could be a problem. Of course, we know that they are going to play tiki-taka. Do we know that? That's not what I knew. I didn't think they were going to play that. They don't play that in real life now, do they? I don't know. I'm not doing the pre-match training, but we are going to do the press conference because apparently they've changed a lot. Managing your morale in this year's game is all important. So they empty seats at my first press conference. So it's going to be very player-based, I think, these press conferences. You can see here we've got a whole host of different questions already. Fans will be expected Destiny Udogie to be a regular star. I mean, let's celebrate Destiny Udogie. He's a brilliant player, and I want to celebrate him. Let's talk about Mr. Van der Ven. I'm all over this. Harry Winks has been impressing fans, has he? We got rid of him. We didn't need him. I am going to encourage Van der Ven because I don't want to do the same thing. Is he going to let me do it? Wow, it didn't let me hit that for a second. You can see that we're near the sweet spot with some of these players. That's exactly where we want to get them for maximum. And did Solanke do well? Has he? We're going to celebrate his form. He must have had a good preseason tournament. That is it for all the questions, lads. I want to get in and I want to play a damn game. Now we're going to be at the King Power and this is going to be our 11. This is our strongest 11. This is our main 11. There's something you will know. We got 9 substitutions. So we can have plenty of subs this time. I'm going to take a goalkeeper. That's how many we can have. But Davis is going to come off the bench here. And I want to get Bergvall on the bench. Because, in my opinion, getting Gray and Bergvall game time this year, Odebear as well, being another one of them younger guys, is going to be super important. Who the hell do I drop down here, though? I don't know. Do you know what? We're actually not going to have a goalkeeper on the bench. This will be the 11 that takes on Leicester. Let's see if we can do it better than they did in real life. We are about to witness. Do I have to hold this for full match intro? Yes, there we go. So I hold down square, I get the full match intro. They are back, lads. And they are finally back in this game. In my opinion, should have never been missing. But we get a full match intros now. We're going to get to see the teams walk out. We're going to get to see the players walk on to the pitch again. Again, I do wish this was the home game, but Leicester top. Look at that graphic. You tell me that this isn't what we needed and what we wanted. God, have I wanted this for so long. Now, because this is episode number 1, and that usually does the best. If you made it this far, smash like, hit subscribe. The thing is, I aren't going to show you the lineups with the Prem logos and stuff. After this, we might do in future episodes, but not for this one, just in case we get demonetized. It's the first time playing with these settings. The weather is not great. This could be a difficult game of football. Is this a kit clash? I don't think so. I think we'll be all right. And I'm just hoping I can pick up a win. I'm going to have to learn this gameplay. Destiny to Son. I'm going to be looking for these balls over to Solanke quite frequently. and hoping that I can find him on a regular basis in the air. Not that I noticed, but Oliver Skip is actually starting for Leicester. What was that ball forward? Okay. Oliver Skip is starting for Leicester. I didn't realise that first time round. Kulusevski. Waiting for the overlap. Pedro Porro. Okay, so Kulusevski, I think, needs to be a winger. Because he drops rail deep. Kulusevski to Maddison. Maddison trying to whip that one across. Solanke just couldn't quite get there. That is our first rail foray forward. And I liked... Who is this guy? What is that? Okay. Free transfer. And then fair enough, Ipswich. On. Good position. Can run. Can I finesse? He can finesse. And we force Hamasan into a save. I am really struggling to create chances right about now. We really are. Now, I was decent from corners last year. How much does the wind have in an effect here? I don't actually know. Let's whip a good ball in. The wind is floating the other way. Solanke hits the crossbar. Oh, that was so close to being 1-0 Tottenham. Go on then, Solanke. Oh, have I got it over? I have. Solanke, Connor Cody. That was a foul, boys. That should have been a penalty. That's a Mads. Go on then. Son's in. He's in. Oh, he can't get the header on it. He could not get the header on it. He's a bit unlucky there. We're going to head in at half-time with the score being 0-0, but us definitely being the better side. Go on then, Dom. Oh, that's a good ball in. That's a good ball in. Oh, he's off. Oh, my God, he's off. I already knew. I seen the little yellow man in the corner. Ah, that is so unlucky. Dominic Solanke in real life really looking for his first goal. And that would have been his first one right there. He's miles off, though. Tell you something, it was a good finish. And it felt really good to square that one. And it go where it went. Like, that was a really nice ball to play in. Listen. Into Solanke. Solanke into Son. Oh, I would have put my house on that being the first goal. I don't know what it is, but I just expect when Son gets in those positions, it's a goal. But this time round, it wasn't to be. Gone now. Again, good position. Oh, my God. We've hit the woodwork twice. I cannot believe we have hit the woodwork twice. Oh, they've played a great ball in behind him. Avidi, what a save from Vicario. That's the first foray they've had forward, really. Solanke behind to Porro. Porro's going to lift it in. Maddison. Oh, my God. It's looking like we're set for a draw. Like it was in real life because the chances we've created... They're just not hitting the back of the net. Let's make a whole host of subs here. And I'm going to change up the tactic just a little bit. I'm not going to go wide midfielder anymore. I'm going to go winger. And see if that being more offensive is going to help us in this game. Brennan Johnson has that level of pace. Timo Werner on the pitch as well. There's just some threats now that we brought on. Richarlison also, who might win the header. Oh my God, if that goes in... then we can't get rid of Richarlison, can we? We have to keep him. Look at that. Everyone's devastated. We couldn't have come closer, I don't think, in this game to scoring. Woodwork twice. Oh, maybe even 3 times. We've created a lot, which is giving me confidence moving into the Everton game. But a little bit frustrated that we haven't taken the lead and we aren't walking away here from the King Power with 3 points. Avidi there trying to get himself 3 points. But now we can break. Brennan Johnson. This is why he's on the pitch. I've got Pedro Porro running forward as well. Go on then, Richie. Richie stopped. Richie! Oh, what a save. Get a second ball. Oh, my God. How did we not slot that into the back of the net? Tottenham created tons of chances, but just couldn't find a home for it in the end. Hamasan had a wonderful game for Leicester City, and our first game of the season is going to end with a point like it did in real life, but that should not have been no point. We should have scored. I can't believe we didn't manage to find the back of the net. Well, the one time we did, Solanke was offside. But in terms of first game of the season, what a good first game for us performance-wise. If we play like this week in, week out, we will definitely win matches. But the first goal in this Tottenham series is going to have to wait because this is exactly where we're going to leave it. I need to give you guys time now in order to get your feedback in on some of the players that we need to sign, some of the players that we need to let go. Oh my God, I have to show you this. Boys, we got team of the week. How cool is this? This is the team of the week. Beto in there. I mean, someone's been lying to us But we have a team of the week graphic. This is these little touches. I can't complain. When you ask for the game to improve and you ask the game to get better, and these little touches get added to the game, it feels a lot better. I can't wait for more and more stuff that we're going to find out as we play more. But as I said, it is now nearly 2 o'clock in the morning. I got to go and edit this one. I want to say thank you very much for the support. Smash subscribe, hit the like button, and I need your guys' feedback. Don't forget the press conference, hashtag Ask Yorkie. They will be the questions that I use in the press conference and answer in the videos. I hope you're all having a blessed time, and if you got FIFA early, I hope you're having a good time with it as well. Take care, and I will see you for episode number 2, which I can't wait to sit down and record.